Hello, everyone. Hi to all of our viewers. Uh, a very good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are watching from. So we are here today for the semi-final between Argentina and Croatia. And as we speak, I'll just jump right into it. Uh, we are just running through the Croatian lineup. So Croatia have well, they are going in with a 4-1-2-3 formation, and their striker, their front three are Perisic, Kramaric, and Pasalic. Uh, their goalie is uh, their goalie is Livakovic. The back four of Sosa, Guardiola, Lovren, and Juranovic. Midfield of Kovacic, and oh, okay, the rest of them just went away. कब आओगे मेरे अखिलेश तुम्हें यूपी बुलाती है अरे एमसे भाई कैसे हो प्रणाम अखिलेश पता नहीं वो तो टीचर जो भी है वो आए ना आए बट हम आ गए दिव्या भाई भी आएंगे ठीक है तो आप बस सब्र रखिए सब्र का फल मीठा होगा एंड as we see the camera pans on to Lionel Messi the man of the moment right hopefully हम सबको एमचे भाई को भी आई एम श्योर यही उम्मीद होगी कि अर्जेंटीना ये वर्ल्ड कप जीते और यस ऑब्वियसली काफी लोग अब यही चाह रहे हैं कि जैसे सचिन का सब लोग चाहते थे कि सचिन वर्ल्ड कप जीत जाए रिटायरमेंट से पहले दैट इज द विश राइट नाउ ओके दिस ईयर इट टर्न्स आउट टू बी मैसेज वर्ल्ड कप थैंक यू थैंक यू डॉन प्रशांत यो सो कैसे हो अंशु भाई होप यू बीन वेल योरसेल्फ yeah Ronaldo is still in UK Ronaldo seems to be a wall these days uh, from what I have been following. He started off supporting Spain. Then for a while he supported Brazil. I think he is now supporting Argentina because the others have been eliminated. That is my understanding of it. And as we see, the game has kicked off. Croatia have the ball and they have just started defensively. Obviously, it's 30 minutes. So Croatia have started off and they're just passing it around and just trying to stuck in some of the players from Argentina, some of their attackers, and then possibly just start an attack on counter. So yeah, Guardiola passes it through to the goalkeeper, and now they're back on, and they're in open spaces here, looking for an opening, cut off by the Argentina midfield. Um, okay, so it's gone off for a throw in now. So MC भाई, who are you supporting today? Is it Argentina or is it Croatia? बोलिए आप किसको सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं या फिर मोराको को सपोर्ट करेंगे या फ्रांस को प्लीज लेट मी नो you were fasting Ronaldo cry okay that's a very big statement coming from MC bhai but yeah he actually has looked more like CR37 in this World Cup and you know in the last few matches that he had with United he has not been up to his best right काफी क्या बोलते हैं काफी अच्छा खासा डाउनफॉल है उसके परफॉर्मेंस लेवल्स में गोल स्कोरिंग जो उसकी मेन चीज होती थी विच इज हिज प्राइमरी थिंग इवन दैट हैज लैक्ड दिस सीजन सो yeah it was sad to see him cry because obviously Ronaldo is not going to play a World Cup again. You know that. This is, I mean, he's already 38, unfortunately, and uh, but then again, Portugal have anyway never won a World Cup, so he deserved one. But I guess he has already won a Euro, so you'll have to just be satisfied with that. And apparently, he will be playing in Saudi Arabia, as per the rumors that were heard last. Let's see where that goes. So, yeah, continuing coming back to the match here, I can see that Argentina are now again looking for an opening. Croatia has just won the ball back, trying to counter. Ivan Perisic looking for an opening, and he has been cut off by the Argentina defenders. And Croatia again have a throw in. Sorry, Argentina have a throw in, and now Argentina have the ball again. They are looking to create an attack here. Croatia pressing them somewhat, not very intensely. Uh, and yeah, now I can see you can see that Argentina have penetrated in the Croatian half. Croatia keeping their shape very well, very compact, as you would expect from such an experience on the different side. So yeah, there was an attempted cross, but the ball was taken over. It was caught by the goalkeeper, cutting the attack short. And again, we have Perisic on the run here, and now uh, the defender has again stopped, cut off the attack, and again Argentina have a goal kick. So yeah, Maradona. Yes. आज मैं भी आपके साथ हूँ अंशु भाई. I really want something like Messi to win. I don't really mind having a new winner. Uh, मैच दिखाओ यार. अब्दुल भाई हम मैच नहीं दिखा सकते. यूट्यूब हमें डिमोनेटाइज ही नहीं सीधा बैन कर देगा. तो ये तो हम नहीं दिखा सकते. ये नहीं हो सकता भाई. बट एट द सेम टाइम आप मैच देख के हमारे साथ वी कैन हम लोग आपके साथ चैट करते रहेंगे एंड वी कैन कंटिन्यूअसली कीप डिस्कसिंग एवरीथिंग अबाउट द मैच. You can share all your point of view, all the banter, all the memes if you want. We would be happy to see it. Uh, timestamp what, Emshin? That we have not even made a prediction. Uh, so yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Uh, but yeah, so just coming back to the match. Um, okay, I now see Messi has the ball, and again Argentina are going ahead. Di Maria, I believe, has now passed it onwards to Andy Fernandez. Andy Fernandez doing a 1-2 with one of their other forwards. And again, Di Maria looking for an opening. I believe the number 7 is Di Maria. I'm not sure. I'm not able to make out from here. Um, so yeah, okay. Argentina just now keeping the ball, recycling the ball amongst themselves, just starting again to prepare an attack by from their own half. Uh, okay, so an attempted cross by the Argentina number 26, I believe. It was, I don't recognize, I'm not recognizing all of your players at this stage, but yeah, an attempted cross, but it did not really reach anywhere. Uh, आपका क्या टाइम है चेहरा. हाँ अच्छा हाँ. मैच में क्या टाइम चल रहा है 5:45. अगर तुम स्पोर्ट्स स्टेटमेंट पे देख रहे हो तो आई थिंक आपका टाइम थोड़ा 30 सेकंड कुछ आगे रहेगा. तो हाँ मतलब नॉर्मली जो टीवी का स्क्रीन रहता है वो कुछ 20-30 सेकंड आगे रहता है कंपेयर टू द द वेब स्ट्रीम. तो ये वाला वेब स्ट्रीम है जियो सिनेमा. तो हाँ. And okay, Argentina have won a free kick. Tagliafico has been fouled, and it's not a very dangerous looking position. Matlab, it's just near the it's just near the half, just near the halfway line, just inside the Croatia half. So yeah. Oh, okay, it's been taken further back in fact. So it's just inside Argentina half, and yeah, okay, it's been picked off again. Uh, and yeah, we have okay, so far in the first 6 minutes, none of the teams have really created any chance. Argentina have so far uh, they have actually done a few passes. They have attempted passes, but nothing really has worked for them. And I can see on screen is that Kodar is the Croatian coach. I believe, if I'm not wrong, he was also the pick for their last tournament. Not sure though. But I would say in terms of international managers, he has done himself good. Like Baki sub managers, जो है, where players are really good, they have not been able to perform very well comparatively. These guys have done well. So yeah, and okay, so Argentina continue to trying to attack, but Croatia defending. They're defending lead. They're defending very well. They're keeping their shape. They're not actually getting stretched much. Argentina are not finding it easy to get in space. I think this will be the pattern of the whole match. Croatia, from what we have seen throughout the World Cup so far, will be playing on more, more and more on the counter, but they will be very disciplined, and very dogged in terms of their shape, in terms of how compact they are. So that will remain the case throughout the 90 minutes and the 30 minutes additionally if it does come to that. So that is something which Croatia wouldn't mind. They wouldn't mind going on penalties. Uh, yeah, let's just hope it doesn't get to that. I would want, while penalties are good and fun, but they're fun when the match is also, like match also has a lot of goals. Like in case of the match between Brazil and Croatia, it was 2-2, which was still fine. It was 1-1 in full time, and then it was 2-2, 2-2 in extra time. So it was still fine. But otherwise, it has to be the match has to be over in the normal 90 minutes. That's generally, easier to watch, more watchable. Otherwise, if one of the teams play defensively, minnows do that, right? They used to, this is their strategy, it's a minnow strategy to kill the game, play the game out, play a nil-nil, and then just go on penalties and try and win. It's a very Mourinho-esque and a very minnows mentality kind of a strategy. So I wouldn't really want to see that. It's not, although Croatia are a good side, they aren't exactly minnows, but that's not something even they should do, in my opinion. And भाई, are you still there? Are you watching on sports 18? कि आप भी जियो सिनेमा पे देख रहे हो? अर्जेंटीना आर हेवी मेटल एफ यस, काफी अच्छा प्रेस कर रहे हैं वो लोग, बट मुझे नहीं लगा कि क्रोएशिया उनको ज्यादा स्पेस दे रहा है। इनफैक्ट एज वी स्पीक क्रोएशिया खुद एक अटैक कर रहा है, उनका खुद का एक थ्रो इन था, बट उससे कुछ बना नहीं उन लोग का। बट यस, अर्जेंटीना आर प्लेइंग वेरी वेल, उन लोग का प्रेसिंग वगैरह काफी अच्छा है, अटैक अच्छा खासा कर लेता है। बट ये है कि मतलब प्रेसिंग में फाइनल थर्ड में कुछ ज्यादा उनके रिजल्ट नहीं आए। अच्छा, आप भी जियो सिनेमा पे देख रहे हो, तो योर टाइम स्टैम्प शुड मोर और लेस बी द सेम एज माइन, एम शेयर, आई बिलीव। ओके, एंड वी हैव दिव्या विद
Hey
अस।
guys,
हेलो दिव्या,
what's up
देर
guys?
आए
What's up?
दुरुस्त है।
Sorry to be late. Sorry to be late. And yeah, I think MJ has already joined us. We need
यस,
Messi magic. Messi
यस
magic.
सर।
और भाई कैसे है तुम? प्रशांत भाई?
बस बढ़िया है। अभी जस्ट ये मैच स्टार्ट हो रहा था, तो मैं मैच के एनालिसिस ही शेयर कर रहा था एम से भाई के साथ और हमारे व्यूवर्स के
हाँ.
साथ। So far,
हम्म.
Argentina काफी सारा अच्छा खासा प्रेस कर रहे हैं. They are managing to press a lot, but
हम्म.
then they aren't
हम्म.
really getting the spaces that that they would
हम्म.
desire for. Croatia are
हम्म.
very disciplined. They're very dogged in the way that they have kept their shape. काफी
हम्म.
well drilled side है Croatia का, just like any European side
Yeah.
is. So it will be interesting to see how this works out. ये एक ऐसी चीज है जो मेसी ही unlock कर सकता है, and hopefully he will.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
So tell me, दिव्या जी, कैसे हैं आप?
बढ़िया भाई बढ़िया. मेरी तो फेवरेट टीम आउट हो चुकी है वर्ल्ड कप से अभी.
कौन कौन? इंग्लैंड?
Brazil, Brazil. I mean, Brazil. Or
अच्छा,
of course
ब्राजील।
not England, bhai.
हाँ,
England तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं. Yeah, I thought
हाँ,
England was a very good team in this World Cup, and they had a very good opportunity. Chance अच्छा था. बहुत ही fantastic team थी. I thought जो उनकी golden generation वाली team थी, उससे भी अच्छी ये team थी. So
हाँ,
they
यस,
were that good.
द लैम्पार्ड,
They messed
स्कोल्स,
up in
जेरार्ड
few
वाला टीम।
few. Correct, correct. तो आपकी कौन सी टीम थी? मेरी ब्राजील थी भाई. ब्राजील वॉज अ टीम आई सपोर्टेड. मुझे लगा ब्राजील कुछ करेगा एक टूर्नामेंट में. 5-10 मिनट की स्टूपिडिटी से उनको पूरा टूर्नामेंट कॉस्ट हो गया. बट
कॉस्ट
ठीक है
हो
अभी.
गई, यस।
या यू कांट टेक द क्रेडिट फ्रॉम Croatia as well. They fought till the end. Fighters that they are called, and yielded them result rightly, deservedly into the semi-finals. And a lesson learned for Brazil. Maybe they have a very good team, a very good talent. Even if Neymar leaves, I mean, retires, they still have a lot of good talent that work on the bench as well. So you could see the amount of talent that they have, and I'm sure they will be ready for the next World Cup. England looked like the team who could stop France and Brazil. Yeah, absolutely. In that game against France, they were the better side. They were really good on the ball. A couple of mistakes the manager made. First of all, taking off Bukayo Saka, one of the best players. and you keep your top goal scorer on the bench until the 80th minute, it's not going to happen. You're going to lose. I'm not sure why. What was the strategy when you bought Raheem Sterling, who had not trained for 1 week? एक वीक तक उन्होंने ट्रेन नहीं किया था, and you suddenly getting him. So it is all Gareth Southgate's in-game tactics which cost them that match. Otherwise, I thought England were the best team on the paper. You look at the starting 11, you look at the bench. भाई बढ़िया बढ़िया टीम थी उनकी, फैंटास्टिक. एमसी
बट
भाई आप किसको सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं?
एमसी भाई आज अर्जेंटीना को सपोर्ट कर रहे हो, उन्होंने मुझे बताया।
आज नहीं,
तो
ओवरऑल टूर्नामेंट में किसको सपोर्ट किया था?
हाँ, वो अभी पता चलेगा, बट आई एम गेसिंग इट विल बी अर्जेंटीना बिकॉज द बारसा
हम्म,
कनेक्शन, एंड हु
हम्म,
डजंट वांट टू सपोर्ट अर्जेंटीना दिस ईयर। बट एनीवे, मैं जस्ट एक चीज बोलना चाहूंगा कि इंग्लैंड की जो टीम है ना, मतलब मैंने
हम्म.
आई टोल्ड यू बिफोर, राइट, मुझे बहुत स्पर्स वाली वाइब्स आती हैं उनके पर, उनमें से, राइट, बिग
नहीं भाई,
टूर्नामेंट्स
दे
में
बेटर,
तो
दे
ये
गुड. आई मीन
दे
फर्स्ट की
वर
टीम इतनी अच्छी
गुड,
नहीं है.
बट एक बात, हाँ, बट कैसा पता है, आई देखो, फर्स्टली ये गैरेथ साउथगेट वाली जो बात है ना, तो जस्ट
हम्म.
वो द थिंग यू आर सेइंग, भाई, इंग्लैंड का पूरा मीडिया प्रो गैरेथ साउथगेट है फॉर सम रीजन। हर हर कोई मतलब बोल रहा है कि भाई उसको रखना ही चाहिए, रहना ही चाहिए उसको, लाइक अगर वो, हर कोई बोल रहा है कि देखो यार, उसने मतलब जब टीम ली थी तभी कहाँ थी, कहाँ लेके आया, ब्ला ब्ला ब्ला। तो वो एक, चलो ठीक है, चल, मतलब आई डोंट नो व्हाई दे आर ऑल सो प्रो साउथगेट, बट ठीक है, चलो, सो बी इट। बट मेरे हिसाब से व्हेन आई सॉ द मैच, और मैंने ये इंग्लैंड फ्रांस का मैच
हम्म,
पूरा डिटेल में देखा, मेरे हिसाब से व्हाट आई
हम्म.
फेल्ट इज दैट दे वो, मतलब जो फर्स्ट हाफ था, जब उन्होंने वो चुआमेनी वाले जो गोल था,
करेक्ट, करेक्ट. हम्म,
लाइक just in that first half, before and even after the Chouameni goal, they were
हम्म.
very hesitant. They looked very hesitant for me to, they were somehow just not expressing themselves. The game, they were not opening up the French defense
हम्म,
as they, मतलब जो उन्होंने सेकंड हाफ में किया, ये चीज वो लोग फर्स्ट हाफ में कर सकते थे। आई वुडेंट
करेक्ट.
नेसेसरली
हम्म,
French team
हम्म.
would have just let it go. अगर उनको, if they would have just wanted to park the bus, they could have done that. But first half ऐसा था that the French team were there for the taking, you know,
हम्म,
मतलब
हम्म.
अगर वो ट्राई करते मिल जाता था उनको चांसेस, वैसी बात है, बट दे डिडंट टेक।
And France was very direct. You know, फ्रांस बहुत डायरेक्ट इन दर अप्रोच. बिफोर द जीरो गोल, उसके पहले भी एक हेडर है जो पिकफोर्ड ने ब्रिलियंटली सेव किया था, एंड दैट कुड हैव आल्सो गॉन टू गोल. आई विल रीड द कमेंट हियर. एमशे सेज, आई हैव सीन मेनी टूर्नामेंट्स वेयर द स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट टीम डजंट एंड अप विनिंग द टूर्नामेंट. It's a team with cohesion and jazba that win it. Yeah, it's not just the World Cup. Champions League में भी आप बहुत बार देखोगे a team who is playing together as a unit, who have that passion, they end up winning the tournament a lot of times. तो ये होता ही है. एमशे बोल रहा है कि उनके टीम्स थे स्पेनियोल एंड अर्जेंटीना. ओके, स्पेन तो आउट है, तो वन ऑफ योर टीम इज अलाइव, अर्जेंटीना इज अलाइव. या
या
यस मेसी, यस प्रशांत, गो ऑन, क्या बोल रहे थे आप?
तो ये जज्बा वाला कमेंट अभी काफी, मतलब ये तो करूंगा उससे, बिकॉज बहुत से ऐसे एग्जांपल्स है जो जज्बे वाले, लाइक
हम्म, हम्म,
पोरिनो के जितने भी साइड ले लो, इंटर
हम्म,
मिलान बोल, या फिर उसके पहले वाला पोर्टो बोल दो, दोनों टीम जज्बे
हम्म,
पे ही जीत, टैलेंट है नो डाउट, बट जज्बा और वो जो
हम्म,
कोहिजन है उस पर ज्यादा जीता है। और लाइक
हम्म,
सबसे एग्जाम्पल मेरे हिसाब से तो था 2012 में, जब चेल्सी जीती थी चैंपियंस लीग, लाइक उन्होंने मिड सीजन मैनेजर को सैक कर दिया था, वो रॉबर्टो डी मटी, पता है, रैंडम बंदे को लगता है, एक प्लेयर था, थोड़ा बहुत बट वो जीत गया, चैंपियंस लीग जीत गया, वो भी बायर्न म्यूनिख को हरा के, वो भी म्यूनिख में, अलियांज
या
अरीना का, तभी जस्ट नया
या
नया
आलियन
क्या।
जरीना में था. तो
हाँ
इटालियन
तो
मैनेजर, उनका एक्स प्लेयर था, राइट? वो
हाँ, उनका एक प्लेयर था, तो थोड़ा बहुत सोल्जर जैसा था
मैट
उसका, बट
मैटियो कुछ नाम था ना, आई थिंक.
रोबर्ट डी मटेयो,
हाँ, डिमटायो, करेक्ट, करेक्ट, करेक्ट. यस, यस.
तो वो जीता तो
ग्रीस
हाँ
2004. अरे भाई, ग्रीस 2004 बहुत बोरिंग वर्ड, बहुत बोरिंग यूरोस था वो. बहुत ही बोरिंग यूरोस था. सिट बैक,
हाँ
डिफेंड, 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 डिफेंड. एक मोमेंट तुम गोल स्कोर करो, और बहुत ही मतलब फुटबॉल की तो लग गई थी बुरी तरह से. सिर्फ बोरिंग गेम देख रहे थे हम लोग।
अब वो मुझे याद है, वो मेरा पहला
हम्म,
यूरो था, यूरो द विच आई हैड सीन।
मेरा भी। आई
तो
थिंक आई वॉच 2000, बट ये 2004 वाला एकदम में इन्वॉल्व था इसमें। तो रोनी का
आज,
डेब्यू वर्ल्ड कप था, मुझे याद है। सॉरी, डेब्यू यूरो यूरो था, हाँ।
हाँ, रोनाल्डो फाइनल में रो रहा था, वो भी एक साइड मेरे
हाँ,
दिमाग में रह, ठीक है।
करेक्ट।
उसमें मतलब उसका थीम सॉन्ग अब तक मेरे दिमाग में, इट वाज मोर लाइक, उसका जो थीम सॉन्ग था उसका एक अफ्रीकन वाइब था थोड़ा, लाइक
हम्म।
ए टाइप का। तो बट या काफी डिफेंसिव था पूरा, पूरा वो जो
हम्म।
टूर्नामेंट। इटली
हम्म।
उसमें भी, उसमें भी इटली और जर्मन एलिमिनेट हो गए थे ग्रुप स्टेज में। आ,
करेक्ट।
कौन, काफी, ग्रीस ने चेक रिपब्लिक को, दे लिटरली एलिमिनेटेड देम विद लाइक द लास्ट किक ऑफ द बॉल, आई रिमेंबर।
या।
चेक
हम्म।
वर द फेवरेट देन, नेडवेड का
करेक्ट, करेक्ट, मिलान बारोश।
हाँ, मिलान
मिलान
बारह
बारोश, बारोश।
तबियत था तभी। और वो
हम्म।
लोग, लाइक वो दोनों भी जो थे ना, दे वर लाइक
हम्म।
लीडिंग देम, लाइक थोड़ा बहुत हम लोग क्रोएशिया को कैसे डार्क हॉर्स की तरह देखते हैं, तभी
हम्म।
चेक रिपब्लिक, बट देन ग्रीस ने लिटरली विद द लास्ट किक ऑफ द गेम गोल स्कोर किया एंड दे वर आउट। एलवीजी नेवर लॉस्ट
LVG
मैच।
never lost a match in 90 minutes. Yeah, I mean, but the LVG of 2014 World Cup वाला था ना, वो बेटर था। I mean, that team was brilliant. और वो वर्ल्ड कप भी बहुत ही फैंटास्टिक था, मुझे लग रहा है, और
हाँ वो,
नेदरलैंड्स के लिए।
हम्म, वो
ये थोड़ा
आई
बहुत ही उनका थोड़ा मतलब बोरिंग फुटबॉल खेल रहे थे ये वर्ल्ड कप में। आई मीन, यार, ऐसा
बोथ
वो बोल रहा
नेदरलैंड,
है, बोलता है कि यहाँ नेदरलैंड्स, या।
नेदरलैंड एंड स्पेन बोथ। हाँ, क्या बोल रहा
हम्म।
था तू वैनगार्ड के बारे में?
हाँ, मैं बोल रहा था कि बहुत ही, आई मीन, ही टॉक्स अबाउट टोटल फुटबॉल, स्कोरिंग द परफेक्ट गोल, और बाय दैट स्टैंडर्ड्स, the way he played football in this World Cup was very disappointing. So yeah, that's what 2014 World Cup, they were a lot better. They were very good, and I think that was a better team also. Players भी बहुत बढ़िया थे compared to this World Cup. M says
अच्छा,
even Oli never lost a game in first 38 minutes. अरे भाई.
अरे, इवन the match in 20 minutes, but they did.
By the way, by the way, LVG से याद है, I think LVG is going to step down for the Holland coach, and guess who is going to be the next Dutch coach? Guess करो जरा, guess करो. एमशी भाई को guess करना दो, एमशी भाई के फेवरेट मैनेजर है. Pep plays proper champagne football. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. हाँ.
Yeah,
तो
it has
भाई,
for
guess
that.
who is going to be the next Holland manager? देखा, पहला पहला guess ही right है इनका. पहला guess ही right है. रोनाल्ड कूमन.
तो अभी बारसा को रुअन किया है कुमन भाई ने, अभी नेदरलैंड्स को हम रुअन कर।
कोमेन बॉल इज बैक. काय का कोमेन बॉल.
आई आई डोंट नो,
एट
उसका रिकॉर्ड भी अच्छा था एज द, आई डोंट थिंक उसका
क्या बोल
रिकॉर्ड
रहे हैं?
इतना एज अ
नहीं, उसका
डच
रिकॉर्ड
मैनेजर,
अच्छा नहीं है. हाँ,
नेशनल टीम के लिए
नहीं, आई
उसका कुछ
थिंक
नहीं
था
है।
पहले वो शायद.
तो ब्रेक, हाँ, आई
कान
डोंट,
का
ये
चल.
लोग गुड, गुड सीडिंग तो भाई मस्त है अपना। पीएसवी के साथ अच्छा सक्सेस पाया है भाई ने, साउथ कोरिया के साथ
गुड रीडिंग को
सक्सेसफुल।
बना सकते हैं. हम्म.
हाँ, चेल्सी के
आई थिंक
साथ भी
चेल्सी का
जो
भी जब
भी,
वो इंटर मैनेजर था, हाँ, वो डिसेंट
हाँ
जॉब किया उसने चेल्सी के टाइम में.
एग्जैक्टली। इनफैक्ट वो टाइम पे आई थिंक चेल्सी के टाइम पे, if I'm not wrong, वो रशिया और चेल्सी दोनों को कंबाइन कर रहा था।
दोनों का कोच करा था, हाँ, करेक्ट, करेक्ट, आई नो, आई
तो वही,
नो.
हाँ, दे हम कांट कैच अ ब्रेक, हाँ वही मतलब, ये रोनाल्ड कोमन यहाँ से भी शायद उसको निकाल देगा, इस वैन बेक तो वैसे
22nd
सिलेक्ट ही नहीं होगा।
मिनट इनटू द गेम, स्कोर लाइन अभी भी नील नील है. अर्जेंटीना नील, क्रोएशिया नील.
हम्म,
चलो, एक जब तक एक गोल होता है, एक सवाल पूछ लेते हैं व्यूअर्स के लिए. नो, फ्रॉम द टाइम यू स्टार्टेड वाचिंग द वर्ल्ड कप, विच इज योर फेवरेट वर्ल्ड कप? आपके लिए कौन सा? योर प्रशांत, यू कैन आंसर द क्वेश्चन. पहले आप कर सकते हो, बाय द टाइम व्यूअर्स आंसर करें. So, which according to you was the best World Cup that you saw from the time you started watching football? Imagine Coleman in Netherlands press conference still dissing Laporta.
Yeah, he
Looks
have a
like
good.
extra time. Mm.
Yeah, it's the time. Well, see, वर्ल्ड कप के हिसाब से, आई मीन मेरे हिसाब से सबसे बेस्ट वर्ल्ड कप was as of now. I mean, हर वर्ल्ड कप अच्छा रहा. I think Russia was really nice. But for some reason, I still feel that the first World Cup which I saw, which was the 2006 World Cup in
Mhm,
Germany, one which Italy
mhm,
won, I think was the best
mhm,
one. मतलब because simply because मैंने वो matches, it was like 2 ढाई बजे तक जाग जाग के हम लोग वो मैचेस देख रहे थे. It was like a very new thing back then.
mhm,
Uh,
mhm,
Over and above that, the way Italy defended back then, मतलब
mhm.
it was like boring defending. For some reason, it was like watching a very tight, एकदम tightly contested test match होता है ना, वैसे टाइप का था. So the way they defended back then in that 2006 World Cup was
Mhm,
like it
mhm,
entertaining for me because
mhm,
I was following the San Milan as well. They were two great sides back then. So I
mhm,
watching them was fun. Obviously they had guys like Maldini, they had Nista. It was just class. It was pure class there. So that would be my favorite World Cup, and they had a good number of goals and everything as well. So yeah. So MJ says 2010 and 2014. Okay, MJ, you have to select one. It's either 2010 or 2014. You know,
mhm.
it will always be a most famously because of the 7-1 scoreline that Brazil lost by, which was kind
In Germany.
of, yeah,
Mhm.
but
Um,
overall, I mean, it was not so. I mean, it was not extraordinary. I think Russia was really nice, in my opinion. Okay, I'm sure it was 2010. Yeah, 2010 was nice. We had great iconic songs, two iconic songs for that particular World Cup, right? Waka Waka and
yeah.
Waving, which are
Mhm,
still right up there, right? So वो दोनों songs हैं. But South Africa World Cup was like so. It उसमें कौन सा बॉल था? जाबुलानी बॉल. I had I have great memories of that ball because 2010 May I had just started working, and with one of my first salaries I had purchased a replica of the Jabulani ball. So
oh,
yeah,
okay. Mhm. Okay.
so uh, uh, a very fond memory there. But the World Cup overall there was okay. I remember the final was so boring. I mean, until Iniesta scored, but uh,
Mhm, mhm,
that is, matlab, apart from that, it was the final was not that great. Overall, it was fine. Spain
mhm,
were quite good. काफी मतलब they outplayed a lot of teams there. Uh, but
mhm.
even although Tiki Taka was dominating, there were points times which we even saw today. After a certain point वो लोग जो टिकी टाका करता है, it just becomes boring to watch because they just keep passing amongst themselves.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
listen to, and this is, I think I have shared this with our viewers and you in one of our previous streams, that what I noticed in 2013-14 when Jupp Heynckes' Bayern Munich beat Luis Enrique's Barca 8-0 over two legs, like 3-0 and 4-0, something like that. तो उसमें मैंने ये नोटिस किया तब से when teams started working them out, they when they started to work this tactic out, it was like वो लोग को बॉल रखने दो, like बारसा या स्पेन को, they let them have the ball as long as it is their own house. They don't go ahead and counter press them, they let them keep the ball because they just want to pass it around. But when they enter the opponent just dispossesses them, either hits them on the counter or just clears it out. तो ये टैक्टिक ये वर्ल्ड कप में भी था, मे बी 2010 में भी शायद काम कर
Mhm,
जाता, और
mhm,
ये
mhm,
14 और 18 हुआ. और बारसा के लुइस लुइस एनरिके के बारसा के साथ भी यही हो रहा था. दिस इज व्हाई ही वाज इवेंचुअली बिकॉज़
mhm.
टीम्स इन द चैंपियंस लीग वर्क देम आउट. तो
Yeah.
ये एक था मतलब, एंड या that particular final, I slept at मैच खत्म हुआ 2:30 बजे. मैं सोया रहूंगा हार्डली 1-2 घंटा और मेरा 5:30 बजे का शिफ्ट था. So I slept half hour and then my transport came in at about 4 or 4 a.m. So that is my memory back then from the 2010 World Cup. What about you, Divya?
No, my favorite was always been the first World Cup which I saw, which was France '98. The best. I still remember Ronaldo Nazario with that haircut. Scaring defenders. Defenders are literally scared of him. And of course, 2010 was one of the very good World Cups. This ball feels different, says MC. Yeah, 2010 was another World Cup which you said, which you liked a lot. And in terms of the way South Africa hosted it. And my favorite game of that World Cup was Brazil against Netherlands, quarterfinals. And I thought the first half Brazil were so fantastic, that they would go on to score more goals. The Netherlands came back and scored 2 goals, and eventually Netherlands went on to go to the next round 2-1. So yeah, that was a really good World Cup, and it's of course two fantastic songs which are still sung and heard by a lot of people. So yeah, so 98 tops, and then 2010 is second for me. And of course, I also loved watching 2014 World Cup, which is also pretty decent. I'm not so sure about 2018. I didn't like it that much. And of course, I think till now the worst World Cup that I've seen is I think this current one. I don't. I'm not a big fan of this World Cup, and yeah, I mean, I'm a bit old school that way, and so I've loved watching players back in '98 and the way that World Cup was there. And पूरा रात देखा था मैंने. First time, the final जो था, first time मैंने late night मैच की कोई मैच देखा था मैंने. I was in school and my parents were against it. तो final मुझे देखने दिया था रात को बैठ के. But yes, it was fantastic. That I love that World Cup, especially Ronaldo Nazario. I mean, although he was top scorer in 2002 World Cup, he didn't score that many goals in '98, but he was shit scary. He used to run the way, he used to run defenders. One of the best strikers I've ever seen to play football.
Of course, Ronaldo Nazario was the original R9, as we keep telling him, right? He was good. And
Yeah, absolutely. I
now,
mean, there is no one
uh,
like him. There was no one like him.
ऑब्वियसली यार 98 में तुमने उसको देखा तो यार यू आर वेरी लकी बिकॉज 98 में तो मैं तो छोड़ो मैं क्रिकेट भी घंटा फॉलो कर रहा था तभी आई डेंट फॉलो
Mm.
मेरा आई थिंक 98 में तो आई गेस पॉपाई वगैरह ही फॉलो कर रहा था मैं दैट
No,
वाज
that's
अबाउट इट
when that's when I started actually watching football. After the World Cup. I was school में जाता था मैं, पर तब से मैं जब फुटबॉल की तरफ अट्रैक्ट हुआ. एंड अर्जेंटीना
ओके
I
बिग
think
मोमेंट
almost scored there. Yes.
या द and I think Argentina might have a penalty here. They
Yeah, it's a
have been
penalty. It's a yellow card for Lovren. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So interesting time in the match. Okay. Uh, so this just to tell you about this World Cup, uh, Divya, I think this World Cup on the field has been pretty good. It's been a little bit unpredictable. It's been, but obviously it's been bad for everything that has happened of it. So
Mhm.
yeah, I think the next World Cup in the US will be way better simply because the US will
Yeah, because they'll promote it that way. US,
yeah
US. So yeah, of course, promote उसके
exactly.
ऐसे करेंगे.
They are going to promote it like ऐसा तो do you even know uh, okay so this is a penalty for sure like देख के तो लग ही रहा yellow card for the
Hmm.
goalie and obviously our man Messi the man of the moment is going to come up and take it but 2015 या 16 में ना कोपा अमेरिका सेंटिनारियो हुआ था यूएसए में
Okay.
एंड यूएस वाज
Okay.
फेवरेट तो कोपा अमेरिका
Yes, yes.
सेंटिनारियो it's not Copa America, it's not the Gold Cup,
Copa
but
Argentina. Yes, yes, I remember. Hmm.
it was like North America, Central America, South America, तीनों के sides उसमें they were going to participate. So it was like a huge thing. तो उसका मैंने तो उसका एक song है Superstars करके, okay, We Could Be
Hmm.
Superstars, बोलो बेकी जी ने गाया वो. I never heard that song until recently, like YouTube पे ऑटो प्ले पे आ जाओ मैं ये ऐसे वर्ल्ड कप के गाने सुन रहा था तभी वो लोग ने वो
Hmm.
सॉन्ग बनाया है लाइक उसमें उन्होंने यूएस को ऐसे शोकेस कर दिया कि भाई
Hmm.
एंड सॉ इट। तो अगर उसको वो लोग वैसे प्रमोट कर सकते हैं, वो गाना बहुत
Hmm.
तगड़ा है लाइक वीडियोग्राफी वगैरह, तो उसको वो
Hmm.
लोग ऐसे promote करते हैं, तो भाई अभी जो वर्ल्ड कप होगा वो तो भाई अलग ही होगा। वुड लव टू गो टू द
अलग
वॉच
ही
यार
होगा। I think it's in 3 countries, right? 3 country में, right?
गो टू हेल्प
स्कोर
मेसी हैज
मेरा पीछे चल रहा है एक। हाँ,
he
स्कोर
has
कर
scored.
दिया।
Yes, okay. Just give me a minute. I will just share this information along. मेरा कैमरा बंद है, मेरा माइक चालू रहेगा, ओके?
ओके ब्रो। Yes, Argentina take the lead. Of course, it's none other than Lionel Messi who scored penalty. But yes, it's a goal, and now Argentina will look to build from that. Will try to keep the ball. Will make the most of the possession, and will make it difficult for Croatia to score. So I think Messi, yes, Lionel Goat Messi. Yes, he is the goat, true goat, and I think I love him. Yes, everyone loves Lionel Messi as a footballer. One of the best. Oh, bend me down. Yes, and Argentina take the lead and look now. They look favorites to go to the final un, unless something changes from now here on. What a penalty, man! Why penalty होता है यार. But yes, smashed it hard. Top corner में very difficult to keep that one out and well taken, yeah. So yes, Argentina take the lead. 35 minutes हो चुके गेम में and they now look to be favorites to go into the final unless things change. We've seen Croatia come back. Last game में भी हमने देखा था, Brazil took that lead in 105th minute, but then yes, they fought back. So don't rule out Croatia, yes. But yes, Argentina are much more strong defensively. They're very well organized, so it'll be difficult for them to score. Although I made jokes on Ronnie, I feel bad seeing Ronnie. Yes, everyone. I mean, and the way he was crying, and it was his last World Cup. So yeah.
Then बात ये है कि वैसे भी पोर्टुगल ने द थिंग इज द रीजन पीपल आर रूटिंग मोर फॉर मेसी दिस वर्ल्ड कप एंड नॉट सो मच फॉर रोनाल्डो। मतलब एक तो रोनाल्डो के खुद के जो एंटिक्स है वो दे हैवंट हेल्प्ड, बट एनीवे पोर्टुगल हैव नेवर वन अ वर्ल्ड कप बिफोर, राइट? अर्जेंटीना का तो
Hmm.
ऐसा कि भाई नो हाउ टू डू इट, दे वन इट बिफोर। प्लस
Hmm.
अर्जेंटीना का वो कि भाई कितना हिस्टोरिक वो मैराडोना का वो जो हिस्ट्री है, ऑल ऑफ दैट इज देयर ना।
Hmm.
पोर्टुगल कुछ नहीं है, पोर्टुगल ने क्या ही जीता है। द बेस्ट दे हैव डन इज रीच अ फाइनल, जो आई बिलीव यूसेफ के टाइम पे था। दैट वाज अबाउट इट। उसके अलावा वो लोग कभी कुछ जीते नहीं है। Croatia seems to lose control of the ball very often. Yes, Nitin, they are losing the ball very often because now Argentina are actually pressing them quite well. Initially, in the first few minutes, uh, Argentina were not finding it difficult to find spaces, but now they are doing well. And Nitin, thank you so much for joining the stream. Welcome to the stream. Uh, so, Divya, just so you know, Nitin is my friend. So, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, good. I was a
So,
low-key Man United fan in 2008 when Noodles, Ronaldo, and Saf was there.
noodles, noodles Ronaldo क्या है?
अरे उसका हेयर स्टाइल वैसे था, नूडल्स की तरह था तभी
अच्छा,
2008
राइट।
में।
हाँ, 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 वैसा ओके। उसके दांत बकवास थे, वाहियात थे तभी, एकदम गंदे दांत थे उसके। आई रिमेम्बर, उससे वो मीम बना लाइक, एक बहुत फेमस मीम है लाइक, यू आर नॉट पुअर, यू आर नॉट अगली, यू आर जस्ट पुअर। तो वो इमेज, वो दांत को लेके आज तक वो इमेज सर्कुलेट हो रहा है ऑनलाइन। सो या ओके, टेक मी टू द बैक टू द डेज व्हेन लैम्पार्ड स्कोर्ड जरा वजह व्हाई एम से व्हाई वो टीम, मतलब दे नेवर क्लिक फॉर इंग्लैंड। इट वाज जस्ट वो टीम, मतलब वही था जैसा इंग्लैंड का हमेशा होता है कि लोग उनको एकदम चढ़ा के रखते हैं एंड दे नेवर क्लिक। एटलीस्ट ये टीम आज विजय
तभी भी
करेक्टली
उनके
पॉइंटेड।
पास मैनेजर अच्छा नहीं था। स्वेन गोरान एरिक्सन वाज ओवररेटेड मैनेजर। पता नहीं ऑन व्हाट बेसिस दे सिलेक्टेड हिम।
आज तक उसको ओवररेट करते रहते हैं कि स्वेन योरन एरिक्सन, स्वेन योरन एरिक्सन। इसमें ऐसा उसने क्या ही उखाड़ा, दे वर नॉक्ड आउट बाय ब्राजील सो इजीली। आई रिमेम्बर एंड लाइक 2002 में जो उसका वर्ल्ड कप था इजीली नॉकआउट हो गए
Hmm.
थे वो ना दैट
Correct, correct. Yeah.
टाइम वाज कोटेड फॉर मी
2008 2012.
हाँ मतलब वही वो लैम्पार्ड जेरार्ड एंड स्कोर ओके अर्जेंटीना आर ऑन द काउंटर हियर दे हैव एन ओपनिंग 3-on-2 situation okay oh they scored wow great work by the striker I believe it is Enzo Martinez भाई क्या
Poor
गोल
defending
मारा
by poor defending.
वो
Julian
डिफेंड
Alvarez. It's Julian Alvarez.
सॉरी तो बट भाई डिड यू सी लाइक
Poor defending. Poor
हाँ
defending, Croatia.
बट ही डिडंट गिव अप द जुलियन अल्वारेज डिड नॉट गिव अप भाई मतलब सामने से गोली आ रहा है
Hmm.
रोक रहा है वो स्टिल नॉट एबल टू लाइक यू नो ही डिड नॉट गिव अप रिबाउंड पे भी मार दिया भाई ने so yeah so yes 2-0 so Argentina are now in the driver's seat officially in the driver's seat to be in their second final in three World Cups yes Divya and hopefully this time since they are not maybe they'll do better how likely do you think okay most people have been predicting oh what a goal I mean I uh, love the effort from the striker from Julian Alvarez here like भाई छोड़ ही नहीं रहा he
Hmm.
just kept on going so really I like the
But I think
spirit
I
of
think Croatia should have done. Yeah, it's good. But I think Croatia should have done better. I mean, this is not the kind of
it's
defending
correct
you expect in semi-final.
uh-huh.
It's very very poor, very poor. Just had to clear the ball. The way he was allowed to carry the ball and he didn't do. अगर आप ध्यान से देखो ऐसा कोई moves उसने किए नहीं step over to get past defenders. He was just running at them, running at them. He just had to stand. Someone had to stand the ground and clear the ball. वो ये नहीं कर पाए.
I
Very
think it's
sad.
because of
2-0. Mm.
I think it is because of his pace because मतलब भाई का पेस है भाई he imagine ये बंदा he is actually second fiddle to Haaland at Man City yes indeed we are enjoying the
Mm.
game yes he's it's not been boring at all like we I was
Mm.
all fearing ke uh, it'll be a defensive game because Croatia in it but Argentina have been able to open them up and they have done quite well so yes our second goal
Yeah.
set like football absolutely yes तो
What ball from Messi.
बहुत ही ये था लाइक मैं जब टर्फ पे खेलता हूँ हम लोग भी ऐसा डिफेंड नहीं करते हम लोग तो हाँ वैसी चीज है तो
Second goal felt like school football.
डेट फील लाइक स्कूल फुटबॉल एब्सोल्युटली
What
तो
a pass from Messi. Yes, yes. Mm.
हाँ आई थिंक इमेजिन if Julian Alvarez is
Mm.
so talented, the fact that he firstly he would have good pace because Pep को sign किया, so there's obviously he is a huge talent.
Mm.
It's fortunate for him he
Mm.
played carefully to Haaland, but he is very good. मतलब what a deputy to have to Haaland.
Mm.
मतलब ये world I have like seen him perform and he has played very well. He has not looked
Mm.
one bit overrated or overhyped. He has not looked like them at all. कोई भी एंगल से नहीं.
Mm.
So
Mm.
yeah, it's been like that.
Remember, if you remember, uh, Ralph Ranieri had suggested Julian Alvarez.
Yes, yes, I know. And okay, just as we speak, Argentina
Almost
almost have
scored a third one. Yes, yes, yes.
uh, again the ball being ball going off the defender. Uh,
Mm.
so it's quite clueless in terms of their defending now. Like
Yeah.
maybe just that. I think what is happening here is Croatia are a little overwhelmed by the sheer pace that Argentina are hitting them with. It's not that uh,
Mm.
Croatia are a bad team, but because they have been hit with such pace, their defenders and their midfielders are not fit enough to cope up with them simply because of the age and all those factors. So
Mm.
and I think says Alvarez beautifully traveled with the ball and scored at the end. What a finish! It was a beautiful finish. It's like भाई ने rebound लिया like
Yes.
गोली का then he scored.
Mm-hmm.
भाई really amazing. मजा आ
And
गया
he
वो
kept
देख
his
के.
cool. He kept his cool.
हाँ
And, the finish was fantastic. Messi corner, cleared by Croatia. We are all Morocco tomorrow, aren't we? Yeah, yeah. I
Uh,
mean,
It would be great to have
I'm sure
side in
almost three.
for the first time. Yeah, almost three entry. Yes.
But yes, Argentina looking very positive, and I think we the way they're playing, they may end up scoring a couple of more goals. Brilliant there. Croatia unable
Yeah.
to get a hold of the ball, and I think it's halftime is about to approach. Croatia managers giving instruction to the team. So yes, quick fire two goals. Prashant, do you see any chance of Croatia coming back? To expect them to score goals, or you think that this scoreline will stay the same, or Argentina will score more goals?
Okay. Well, first and foremost, at with the with the score line of just two goals down, I would not completely count out Croatia because even against Brazil they were, they did score two,
Hmm.
so they can very
Hmm.
well. But again, the kind of I think M. Sheikh pointed it out correctly that Argentina are kind of playing heavy metal FC, right? Like Molucca pressing is starting say from the first moment it has been very good, and Croatia don't seem to have a proper answer for it. They look rattled somewhat. अब जाके just as we speak, I see we can see that ये लोग थोड़ा बहुत attack prepare कर रहे हैं. They are थोड़ा बहुत they are trying to slow the game down and preparing an attack, trying to penetrate the Argentina box. Okay, Modric has an attempt which is blocked. There is a cross. Okay, it's gone outside. He's been saved by Enzo Martinez. Uh, no, Divya, I cannot hear you. Uh, yeah, please just restart. Maybe just go out and go in again. Yeah. Okay, so MJ and the rest of the viewers, Divya will be back with us in a minute. His mic seems to be not working for the moment, but he will be back. He'll just join, exit the stream and join us back. Okay, so defensive line break so far: four by Alvarez, one by Paredes, and one by Fernandez. So again, Julian Alvarez, as we have already seen, he has already scored one goal. He has been the one who has been doing the most of the attack. He has broken into the Croatian line four times so far in the first half, which shows that he is now going to be the main man that Croatia will have to nullify, and that is the thing that they will look to do in the second half if they have to do any kind of a comeback here. So yeah, uh, so to any of our new viewers who have still joined, Croatia uh, are behind by two goals to nil against Argentina. Argentina truly dominating the first half. They seem to be in the driver's seat on the way to their second final in three World Cup, and obviously everyone wants Messi to win this World Cup, and we seem to be on our way to that as of now. So let's see where this ends up. And as we speak, as I'm just watching the match, I can see that there is a good midfield tussle happening between the Croatian defenders, and Messi is now involved. He's looking to just beat them and retain the ball. He does that successfully. Passes it back to the defender, and off they go. Argentina again looking into the attack. So okay, we again have Alvarez with the ball, I believe, and the ball has just gone out for a throw. Okay, Alvarez was offside. So okay, Nitin says young Croatian players should draw some fucking inspiration from Modric. Man seems to be running on Duracell. Nobody's covering the whole ground as he is, isn't he?
The
The man is
legendary player
a legend player, yeah.
at this
So
age.
exactly, he was the same. He is just as good as he was in 2018, and that was fucking 4 years ago when he was 33. He's now 37. Does not seem to be any doubt in his fitness. No difference whatsoever. So yeah, absolutely, you are correct. We were actually, so Nitin, we were actually just talking about Ronaldo, how he has had a downfall at 37. Although he is fairly fit, but in his performance, there has been a certain downfall, right? There has been a good amount of decline in his goal scoring and his build-up play and everything. So it's been so comparatively. This is, Modric is just another level. And she said, Argentina testosterone FC. She, I can feel the testosterone right now. I can literally feel it in their fans. I can feel it in their team. So yeah, Jazba, Jazba FC, MC. Not testosterone, Jazba. That is the word. That is the word of the day. Yes. So, and of course, just in case no one knows, Amul is the official sponsor for Argentina in this world.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, Argentina.
MJ says, I don't think Ronnie had a downfall. He looks out of touch.
आउट ऑफ टच मतलब इसलिए ना क्योंकि डाउनफॉल हुआ है as उसको see, एक तो वो टू बी ऑनेस्ट मैं पहले से आई वाज वेरी स्केप्टिकल द मोमेंट ही केम बैक टू यूनाइटेड ये आई हैड अ फीलिंग कि ऐसा कुछ गड़बड़ होगा एंड इट इज एग्जैक्टली व्हाट हैज हैपेंड आई मीन लाइक यूनाइटेड क्यों आया वो यूनाइटेड में आके वो उसका जितना अच्छा टच था इन द फर्स्ट सीजन वो भी सब चला जाएगा थिंग आई मीन अभी अगर वो कहीं और भी शायद जाए he would actually score like he might actually score more. But because he is at United, नहीं होगा कुछ. Messi, man, yes, bro, Messi, Messi. Because Messi is something. I'm so happy कि भाई, this year, uh, people were so surprised कि भाई, he went on and he had a confrontation with the Dutch team, right? He confronted
Mhm.
them, just went ahead and, भाई, he gave them a good hearing. मैंने सुना दिया वैन गाल को सुनाया डच प्लेयर्स को सुनाया वो लोग खुद बोल रहे डच प्लेयर ये स्पेनिश में कुछ तो बक रहे हैं हम लोग को पता नहीं सॉरी हाँ तो हाँ मतलब दे आर ऑल द डच प्लेयर्स आर हाँ यार ये स्पेनिश में कुछ तो बक रहा है हम लोग को पता नहीं है बट दे ऑल नो कि भाई ये तो गाली ही दे रहा है तो इट्स अ वेरी न्यू साइड ऑफ मेसी तो अभी वो लोग बेसिकली ये बिल्डअप में यही बोल रहे थे कि मेसी दिस सीजन दिस ईयर ही हैव become a captain. Maradona was born as a captain. Messi has now become into one of the leaders and a captain type of a player. He is standing up for the team. He's fighting for them. I don't know how true that is, but
Mhm.
as a player, he looks good. His, मतलब Messi obviously he has been very quiet or ये एक नया side है even for us to see of him. So yeah,
Mhm.
uh, very different. So yeah, it's half time.
Sorry, guys,
Uh,
just give me a minute. I'll be back.
yes. Yeah. So yeah, so Divya will be back. He is now facing a problem with his camera, but he will be back in a minute. So while we are just in half time, I would just like to ask our viewers right now, who do you think now that we know that Argentina at this stage are like favorites? So let's just consider that Argentina have gone through to the next round. Okay, would you prefer so out of the three, right? Argentina, France, and Morocco. Okay, firstly, who would you want Argentina to face in the final? If you say Morocco, you are actually saying that you want an at least on paper an easier opponent for Argentina. If you say France, it will be a tougher opponent, yes, but France are so experienced in knockout tournaments and in these one-off matches that they can actually pull it off. They they pulled it off in 2018. They pulled it off in so many other major tournaments. And under Deschamps, this is actually going to be their uh, third major European final. So they've done very well under Didier Deschamps. Didier Deschamps himself, even on club football, he has a very good record in knockout tournaments. So if Argentina makes it through, who would you want them to face? Morocco or France? Who do you think will be more fun to watch? I would like to know from MJ and Nitin. And once Divya does return, I would ask his opinion of this as well. So yeah,
Yes, I'm back here. Sorry, let me quickly first read the comments.
Yeah, so MJ says Messi also played testosterone game in Copa America. Yes, but MJ, uh, please understand that Copa America is still not exactly the same level as the World Cup because most of the South American opposition, I would say still is subpar. Like apart from Argentina, Uruguay, and Brazil, most of the South American opposition is subpar. And off late, I strongly believe that Asia and Africa they have some way to catch up with Europe, but they are really catching up with South America. Even on club level, they have progressed really well. So yeah, okay. Nitin says that he will be joining us in some time. He has to go and make another join. Thank you so much. One join for me. Uh, yeah. So MC says, I hope Morocco pull out a 1-0 Haraham against France. Okay. Uh, that that you know, will be the good thing about having Morocco in the final that we will be guaranteed to have a new champion. France will not be retaining the World Cup. It will either be Argentina, a team which has uh, a South American team where no South American team has won the World Cup since 2002, of course. If if Morocco win it, that's even bigger. We would have an all new world champion, and that too from the continent of Africa. So
Yeah.
yes, it's very interesting. So yeah, what do you think, Divya? I was just asking our viewers, MC and Nitin, that uh,
Mhm.
about who would be more fun to watch. Okay, if like considering that Argentina are through, as per the current scoreline, let's just consider that
Mhm.
Argentina did move through to the final. So who would you want
Mhm.
to watch in the finals against them? Would it be Morocco or would it be France? So, and I'll tell
Of
you
course,
what.
France. Yeah, go on. Sorry, sorry. Apologies.
Yes, the thing with each of the opponents is just that if you say Morocco, you kind of on paper are saying that you want an easy opponent for sure, Argentina.
Mhm.
But if you obviously France are more than capable of winning it by themselves, right? So who would you want more? So that would be the question that I would have in my head with regards to them. So what do you think, Divya? Who
Sorry,
would you?
I couldn't get the last part. What are the last part?
Yes, I'm basically asking that you know
Mhm.
uh, if the answer is Morocco, Morocco will be on paper an easy opponent. Right? If
Mhm.
Argentina wants it, it would obviously be better if they win it by beating the defending champion than the stronger opponent. Because Morocco on paper at
Mhm.
least are a weaker opposition, although they have not seemed they have not looked like a weak
Mhm.
opponent at the tournament
Mhm.
by any chance. Still like on paper. So yeah,
Mhm.
what who would you prefer? I believe you already said that you want France, right?
Yeah,
Please elaborate.
France, France.
Be your answer.
Yeah,
Why?
because it's going to be an interesting final if it's going to be between France and Argentina, a clash of titans, and you could say Argentina with their balance and organization against France, who were exciting or not direct in their approach. It'll be an exciting final. So I think France is going to be a better opponent. But yeah, you cannot count out Morocco. You cannot ignore the hard work that they've put together. And I'm sure if they get into the finals, they're not going to give an easy run to Argentina, like how currently Croatia are doing.
But
Argentina versus Netherlands, referee was a clear Messi fanboy.
oh my,
Messi could have killed someone and ref would have still kissed him on his cheeks. I think Portugal ka squad was very good on paper. Yes, Portugal ka squad was very good on paper, and they. Uh, I'm not sure what happened against that Morocco in that game. Otherwise, they are brilliant throughout the World Cup, and not sure the and Morocco game. The final ball was not all that good. The finishing was not there. The dominant position, but Morocco was much organized defensively. They were brilliant, and hats off to them. You can't take credit from Morocco by saying that they played boring football. Yes, I myself I'm not a big fan of that kind of football, but then yes, with the limited range of skills that you have, you don't have players playing top European football for top clubs week in week out. These players who are playing for the lower leagues in other countries coming together, playing together as a team. So you got to admire that, even though you don't like that kind of football, but they're playing with passion and they're doing what best they can do with limited resources. So yeah,
yeah,
to answer your question, Morocco, I wouldn't mind Morocco as well because I know they will give their heart out in the final, irrespective of who wins it. But yes, France will be more entertaining because Argentina France game will be fantastic. France with the team that they have, and the Argentina with the World Cup that they're having. So yeah, Argentina France, my ideal scenario, but anything can happen. You never know. Croatia can score 2 goals in second half and win on penalty shootout. We've
yeah,
seen crazy things happening in this World Cup.
yeah, of course. So that's what like I was referring to like just a while ago that you know African teams, at least in front of South American opposition, I think Asian and African teams can definitely give them a run for their money. Like European
Hmm.
teams, not so much, not necessarily all the time. Although Japan and South Korea have beaten European opposition in this World Cup,
Hmm.
but I would say
Correct.
that to catch up with Europe, they still have some distance yet. But on the basis of the Club World Cup, who apparently no one watches, but on the evidence that tournament has provided, and it is very valid, very legitimate
Hmm.
evidence that both teams from Africa and Asia are now level in terms of competing on a world level, at least with South America. Europe, maybe not so much. A good reason for that is the fact that they too African and Asian teams in specific also do have a decent number of South American players. They can't really afford too many
Hmm.
Europeans, obviously. Uh, so the knowledge has spread around in those terms. Europe, I guess it would just take time, maybe another decade till we can truly say that football is a global game.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Hmm.
yeah, that would be the thing. And hopefully, in India also qualifies for one because while we are alive, at least, uh, uh, the next World Cup with the expanded format gave us some hope.
Hmm.
What do you think about India? While we are still in half time, what
India.
do you think?
Hmm.
You think
I
do
don't know.
you think
2000. Hmm. Go,
hmm,
go on, go on. Sorry.
do
Go
you
on.
think we will India qualify for a World Cup in our lifetime?
I'm not sure. Depends on how uh, the infrastructure facilities if they improve. Yeah, they have improved in the past few years, but we seriously need a lot more upgrades than what we currently have in terms of facilities, in terms of developing talent. It's not that we don't have talent. A lot the amount of viewers that watch and play football, compared to what it was 20 years back, it's quite a huge number. And you go on the streets and a lot of people are playing more football than cricket. So the game has gathered momentum in this country, and you know if the same excitement and the same progress continues in terms of people drawing towards this game, if the right infrastructure and the right facilities are given, I'm sure, if not 2026 World Cup, we may have a chance in 2030 World Cup. 2026, I would say it's too soon, but yeah, 2030 depends on again how the next 8 years pan out to be. If the sports ministers and all don't do stupidity like the I remember the situation few months back where India got banned by FIFA because of the stupidity of Praful Patel and couple of guys. So
Yeah,
we stop doing that and focus more on developing the infrastructure, giving football more attention and things like that. So I'm sure we will qualify for one of the World Cups, if not 2026, if not 2030, maybe 2034. Again, depends. At times, you see the excitement, see the number of people that are involved in this game, but still see the government and the officials not promoting the game. Like, a year back, I had put a video on this channel, of things that happened in Assam. A stadium was taken away from Assam because cricket, because a cricket team wanted to practice in that ground. It was shared by cricket and football, and then it was taken away. So these things need to stop happening. Football needs to be given equal importance. I'm not saying, take away the attention from cricket and don't focus on cricket. But what I'm trying to say is not just cricket, but every game in this country where players are involved, or
Yeah,
players are playing. It needs to be given right attention. They need to given proper development infrastructure provide करना चाहिए. That's all I'm saying, and I'm sure the talent will come up, and we will do well, not just in cricket but other sports as well, including
yes,
football.
yeah. So cricket, my general consensus among the people that I have spoken, even for cricket followers, right? They all seem to have a consensus that cricket in
Mm,
India has not yet, but it is more or less at a saturation point. You can't extract more out of cricket. Like we have the IPL, yes, we are
mm,
ruling world of cricket
mm,
in terms of the
mm,
IPL, in terms of the money because we have all the money there. But then it's not that it's not a case where our national team is doing very well. It's our predicament. The team of the national team is actually very similar to the English national
mm,
team. You know what it was a few years ago, and people were critical of the Premier League because all those things. You might
mm,
is very familiar with that. So that is what is happening with India there. But you see the interest in other sports now. Kabaddi has become so huge. I'm so happy and that's even better than football in my opinion because it's our it's a local sport. So I'm happy for that. That something like kabaddi has become so better and so popularized. And football, I hope it becomes better and specifically with the expanded format. I hope that India do get a chance to participate. I mean, if Mukesh Bhai, Gautam Bhai, or Modi ji is hearing me right now, possible. But if they are hearing me right now, please bid for the 2030 or 2034 World Cup. Who knows? India can host one of them. So yeah, I think that 2030 is actually most likely the favorite to win the bid for the 2030 World Cup will be Uruguay because 1930 was the first World Cup, and that also happened in Uruguay. So that is so they are supposedly the favorites to win that one. Yeah, I hope we don't bottle it.
by the way, Gary Neville, Roy Keane, and Ian Wright don't think that was a penalty.
The one which the one which
Messi
Argentina.
scored. Mm,
Yeah, I don't. I think it was a penalty. It's quite obvious. Uh, I did see
absolutely.
in groups a while ago that they were also saying that yeah, this is rigged and everything. That it wasn't supposed to be wrong, but I think it was quite obvious. Uh, in my opinion, like at least from what I saw, I don't think it's. I mean, in fact, it's the wrong call. I think it is a correct call. Okay, so
Gautam
yeah,
Adani is hearing, said he will buy Man United.
right? Like this, what the Indian Twitterverse has been pushing now. In fact, they have been pushing for this even 2 or 3 years back. That yeah, Ambani should buy United, and then we will sign Mbappe and everyone. And we are like, okay, yeah, fine. Um, it didn't happen back then, but right now, who knows? And even this season, the Ambani name has been flouted around so much. All the channels are in the UK are actually discussing how good Ambani is
Hmm,
and an owner, and everyone is like, okay, yeah, so
hmm.
this Mumbai का team है, उसका Mumbai Indians है, so they are looking at them and they're like, okay, yeah, he might be good after all. So okay, how about Pepe and Fernandez said after loss? Okay, what did they say after loss? Thank you. I don't know.
They said that how is an Argentine referee officiating their game when Argentina is already in the World Cup? So ideally, they thought referee decisions, was I don't think Ambani or Adani would buy. So what
Yeah,
Pepe
even
and Fernandez are trying to say is, referee are biased towards Argentina. They want Argentina to win the World Cup and all that. So yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay, I believe that controversy was there even for the Dutch. Even the Dutch were complaining about it, right? That it's
Hmm.
as if they weren't happy with the refereeing. So a lot of teams have complained with regards to the
Hmm.
refereeing. And well,
Hmm.
World Cup has like apparently, if you look at the history of the World Cup, there has always been something dodgy like this for refereeing for some reason. Champions League not so much, but World Cup almost all the time. Yeah,
Pepe
must be
said
an Argentine.
Argentina. He didn't literally say that, but he said that referees were a little bit biased, and Argentine referees shouldn't be officiating the match, and all that. So yeah, maybe I don't know. There are a lot of players saying a lot of things, and even in fact, even Messi was opposing Van Gaal, saying this is the kind of football you're playing.
Yeah,
So I don't think that Lionel Messi or anyone needs to tell Louis Van Gaal or any manager how they should be playing football. I mean,
yeah,
it's you're 2 goals down. You're bound to play that Burnley style football. Put the ball in the box, use your striker Vegost. He's that kind of striker who will score those goals. So you're bound to use that. So I mean, players are just unhappy about if things don't go their way. So the classic case, Pepe and Fernandez.
yeah. So MJ is saying that a ref would get pressured at such stage. Yeah, he would get pressured, no doubt. But
Hmm.
the thing is that whether he's performing under pressure or not, this here what they are basically saying is that this guy has a bias, and it's kind of
Hmm.
uh, no, having an Argentine in the match for that Portugal is playing for, and moreover, what they are saying is that because Ronaldo plays for Portugal, right? That is why they had an Argentine player. That doesn't really hit me very well. Like it doesn't sound very convincing. So wouldn't really. Paredes shooting at Netherlands bench and then tried walking off like nothing happened. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
but Nether. Yeah, but I didn't like Argentina attitude in that game against Netherlands. They were especially that goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez. He was behaving as if he won the World Cup. And after they won that shootout, they literally bullied the Netherlands team sitting there. You don't do that.
Uh,
So pretty disappointed to see Argentina do that. I thought they were one of the favorites to win the World Cup, and I liked them in the beginning, but that was really bad. Poor attitude.
no attitude.
Please don't concede. Please don't concede. MJ.
So the thing with Argentina is like you know, somewhere in the back of all of their minds, they are like, this is Messi's World Cup. So I think that is, and moreover, South Americans, they have a culture of doing these things, right? They have a culture of being rough with opponents, not like Europeans who are, oh, yeah, sportsmanship and taking the knee and all of that. They don't do shit like that. So, so I'm not surprised that Argentina did it. I would say that, yeah, okay, maybe it's not appreciated, but I'm not surprised that they did it. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't defend them. I wouldn't condemn or condone what they have done, but I'm not surprised hearing about it.
And
South
Croatia
America,
trying to Croatia looking
exactly.
better in second half.
Yeah,
Argentina always do that.
yeah.
So
Like in cricket too,
while
right?
mm,
Sorry.
Australians, yeah, go on, go on.
Yeah. So who always, they get under your skin. They play the mind game. Eventually, I mean, at least uh, in cricket, if you use India as example, they have now become used to give it back to them. That sometimes maybe that is the better thing to do. You can't always just be, gentlemanly. I remember, I actually think if you speak of mind games and things like that, more than Argentina, what I find memorable is the Euro 2020 final. Sorry, the semi-final of Euro 2020 between Italy and Spain. They were about to take the penalty shootout. George just cheerleading like walked up to Jordi Alba and he was just jovial and laughing and smiling throughout. And right before he won the penalty, he won the toss and everything. And just before winning, he even gave him a hug. He lifted him and gave him a hug. Apparently, it was a mind game to, just to
That's
subdue his smile. Yeah. So that was interesting. So he do that. I guess it's a part of sportsmanship. In some areas, it is, some not.
yes. By the way, while the match goes on, quick question on Croatia is one of the best promising player this World Cup, the centre back Josko Gvardiol. A lot has been spoken about him, Prashant, and
Yeah.
it seems that he plays for RB Leipzig, in Germany, and Chelsea are interested in him. It seems uh, if they were to sell Josko Gvardiol, they would want around 80 million. Do you think he is an 80 million centre back?
As per the current inflated market, probably. Overall, no. I think, a defender like him would be, because of his age and everything, it would be, uh, the accurate pricing would be 40 million.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Even Emiliano Martinez did that last night game. Yeah, he did. He did. How many changes are allowed? I think five changes are allowed, right? Yeah, five changes. Hmm.
They have kept it size simply considering the heat and the temperatures in Qatar. I believe that's the reason. Okay, just give me a second, Sylvia. I'll just be back,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah, yeah. Okay, guys. The Prashant is just going to join us in few minutes. Meanwhile, the scoreline is 2-0 at 55 minutes into the game. Argentina leading, looking quite solid. Favorites to go into that semi-final, into the final, to face either France and Morocco. Yes, Croatia trying to get back into the game. Croatia attacking. Yes, Croatia attacking. Here's an Argentine counter attack. And Croatia somehow managed to. And I think Croatia will dominate possession. It'll involve more of Croatia. Argentina will look to hit them on the break. That's what the plan will be. But I think Argentina a lot more organized, compared to how Brazil were in the last minutes that game against Croatia. Argentina won't make that mistake. The defenders are much more matured, and like I said, as a team, they are much more organized and yeah, much more organized and balanced. So I don't think they will do anything stupid. But yes, never rule Croatia out. They keep on fighting till the end. So speaking about Josko Gvardiol from Croatia, 80 million is what apparently is what RB Leipzig would be willing to sell him, and that too in the summer. Looks like a lot of money. Fantastic player. Uh, I've been following him since Ralph Ragnick, spoke about him, and I thought he's one of the most promising defender, left side centre back. Very good on the ball, equally good defensively, reads the game really well. A modern day centre back, an ideal player if you would want, for long term at your club. He's got all those qualities, and but I still think at the max 50, 60 million, 80 million is just too much. And like Prashant rightly said, this is an inflated market. A player who's in demand who will be, fetching 20 million extra, and same thing, if you look at Netherlands, Cody Gakpo had a fantastic World Cup. Before the World Cup, he was worth around 40, 45 million, and now PSV want somewhere around close to 65, 70 million. So this is an inflated market, and yes, if especially players, if you want to buy in January, you got to pay extra, over the budget. If the player is worth 50 million, you have by default you've got to pay 65, 70 million. So ये होने ही वाला है. Nothing new. Mm, because January is all about desperate signings. Mid-season, some players are ruled out, Some players, you know, clubs come across certain situations like in Manchester United case, the Ronaldo situation has come up. So they need to buy strikers. So the selling club knows that the buying club is desperate and they will go above the odds to pay for that player and you know they want to make the maximum benefit out of it. So not their fault as well. The Lionel Messi shot gathered by the Croatian goalkeeper. We're almost into an hour of the game. Croatia still trying to find a goal. They need two to get back into the game. Low cross from Ivan Perisic cleared out. We'll be joining you guys tomorrow as well for the France-Morocco game. Another interesting game. Very eager to see how Morocco. आपका timer says my timer is 59:20 is my timer. Not sure what is yours. Mine is 59:20. I think I'm slightly 10-15 seconds behind. This is what I think. But yes, I'll try to refresh my stream and see if I can move forward. Almost an hour mark here. Guardiola running with the ball, given away, throw in for Argentina. Enzo Fernandez is another player I was behind. Oh, okay. MCU. Okay. तो रिफ्रेश करो स्ट्रीम भाई बंद करके चालू करो ऐप तो हो जाता है वो कभी कभी बिकॉज ऑफ इंटरनेट इश्यूज थोड़ा लैग हो जाता है बट यू क्लोज ऑफ द ऐप एंड स्टार्ट अगेन थिंक शुड बी ऑन टाइम Premier League will begin, will resume in 10 days. I think 26th Boxing Day game. I think Manchester are playing Nottingham Forest. Prior to that, we have I think the Carabao Cup game against Burnley. So what I am expecting, hoping is that Varane and Martinez won't play the first Premier League game as well after the break. It'll be our favorite Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof for Man United. So yes, because I think they will be given a week's rest, is what every player are getting. So I think other players from Portugal and Netherlands, Netherlands, I think it's only Tyrell Malacia, but England, yeah, England and Portugal, most of these players will get 1 week's time, and I think they should be back for the Burnley game. So yeah, I think Burnley game we won't have majority of our players; they will be resting, and the Premier League starts on 26th Boxing Day. Martinez and Paradise off. So yes, Licha is off. Licha on for Paradise, more defensive minded. I'm not sure. I think Lisandro Martinez is going to play a centre back or a defensive midfielder because he's been subbed off for Paradise. So Croatia corner and somehow Argentina managed to clear it off. A brilliant chance there for Croatia. They need to keep on doing that. Started second off brilliantly, yeah. Given away. Argentina need to keep hold of the ball more. Need to control the game. They're doing pretty just well. They need to keep on doing that. Defend together. Keep hold of the ball for more. Frustrate Croatia. It's a nice 1-2 there. Speaking of Argentina, Enzo Fernandez is another find of the tournament. I won't say the find of the tournament because he was rated in the summer transfer window as well when Benfica bought him. He was linked to Manchester United. I think they bought him for some 10-15 million as well only. And now if you want to buy him in the summer, he'll be worth around more than 100 million. So that's what He's got a release clause of 120 million, if I am not wrong. 120 million is the release clause for Enzo Fernandez, and whoever wants to buy him got to pay that. Liverpool are another club who are interested in Enzo Fernandez, and this tournament has been brilliant, fantastic, running the show in the midfield, and you know he will develop, he will learn more. Prashant is back with us.
Hey there, what's up, man? Sorry, for the delay. I just went out for a snack and came back. Yeah, so I see that Paredes has been taken off. Leandro Paradesi ho gaya.
Mm.
So, yeah, anyway, so where are we? I can currently see that we are 60 minutes in the beginning, the last quarter, the last 30 minutes of the game are now
Mm.
left, and Argentina still seems to be in full control. Please continue what you were talking about, Divya.
Now, I was talking about one of the players that's been recognized. Earlier we spoke about Josko Guardiola. Similarly, another player in Argentina squad, Enzo Fernandez. Who has
Hmm?
had a fantastic tournament. He was rated highly in the beginning of last summer transfer window, where he was linked to Man United. I think Benfica bought him for some 10, 15 million, and now he's got a release clause of 120 million euros. So if
Yeah,
uh, if anyone wants to buy him, he's going to cost 120 million euros, which is a huge amount, and that too they can only buy him in summer, not now.
right. Well, yeah, I've actually heard about a lot of fans moaning about him, like
Mhm.
how he missed
Mhm.
out on something and so on and so forth. But he
Mhm.
was actually he and Julian Alvarez were both, if I'm told correctly, he and Julian Alvarez were both playing for the same club. They both moved on together when they left the club. So Alvarez is at City. He is doing well, and then we have this guy. So specifically after the World Cup, I think his rating will go even higher. But the thing is that unlike the other World Cup performance, right? Where like in
Mhm.
the past, James Rodriguez, for example, right? He was like
Correct.
just a one sheet player. Enzo Fernandez would not be like that because he was highly rated even before he joined Benfica. So the World Cup has
Yeah.
basically put a spotlight on the talent that he already has.
Mhm.
And yeah, 20 million means Benfica are going to make some great money on him. That's about it.
Yeah, and I like the way he controls the midfield. He's very calm on the ball. Looks for the passes, forward playing passes. I really like his approach, and he's going to be a fantastic player in Argentina trying to counter attack. Ralph Ranić suggested Julian Alvarez and Enzo Fernandez to Manchester United, and a board chose to ignore Ralph Ranić's suggestion, and here we are.
Yeah, well, our board chose to have had them later chosen to ignore Ralph Ragnick altogether. So that
Yeah.
suggestion,
If you
ignoring
look
that
at,
suggestion,
if you look at the players that we could have bought in the past 2, 3 years, a couple of years ago, if you remember, we were linked to Brighton's Moses Caicedo.
yeah,
And they bought him for around 5 to 6 million, around approximately 5, 6 million euros, and now he's worth 70 million. That's what the asking price. Brighton are asking 70 million euros for Moses Caicedo. So,
yeah,
our board.
our board. I mean, you can go on to United all the time, all night long, right?
Yeah,
About how
we
bad.
will, we will not now. I think tonight is not the night to discuss. Tonight, Argentina's night, so we'll discuss about international football. But yes, after the World Cup, we'll definitely get back to club football, and we will speak more about that. I don't think Ronaldo should have said things about Ragnick and Eric Ten Hag. Absolutely, he shouldn't have said that. That is
And he, uh,
didn't look.
basically,
Yeah.
it, those when he made those two statements about the coaches, he kind of killed his own credibility. People would not take him seriously after that statement because apart from those two things that he has said, if you just subtract those two things, like if you just look at everything he has said and just ignore those two things which he mentioned about Ten Hag and Rangnick, I think everything else does actually make a lot of sense about how the club is treating him, about how the club structure is, about how bad the Glazers are, obviously. So all those things are true. And you know, when it was announced that United were going to be sold, a lot of Ronaldo fanboys were like, "Oh yeah, he's a hero. See, he sacrificed himself for the club." I don't think that is exactly the case there, but and some fans were like, "No, it's because of the fans protest." Yeah, those were factors, but ultimately the main factor behind Glazers selling the club is the fact that it's economically the best option now. They don't want to put more money into the club, and Argentina scored. Argentina has scored. Julian Alvarez has scored again, baby.
No, my
Argentina
stream is behind.
goals.
My stream is behind.
They have scored by 3 goals, man. They are through into the final for sure. So, well, look at them celebrating. Man, I wish I was there with them. But yeah, hopefully one day I would watch a match like watch it live. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Messi
good goal.
assist.
Messi assist exactly. So
Messi better
yeah,
than Messi.
yeah,
And the way
the good.
Messi carried the ball, he kept the ball, he kept going, and he went one on one with Guardiola, and then that pass, fantastic. Look at that hustle. Guardiola's been one of the best defenders in this World Cup.
And
He took him on, didn't give up, and then finally that cross, and Alvarez was there in the box. Brilliant finish.
he made him look like a
What a
schoolboy.
Messi is the best I have seen. Absolutely. I agreed. I will agree to that. I've seen Zidane. I thought he was the best. And then I saw Messi and Ronaldo. I think Messi is just another level in terms of talent, in terms of everything. The best. Messi
So
dropping Guardiola's value. Hell yeah.
basically, magic, yes. So yeah, I was about to say the same thing, MJ. Like $20 million, the clause will now come from 80 million to 60 million for Guardiola. So yeah, 3 goals up now. I think we no, we can now be rest assured that yeah, uh, the goat, one of the goats of the tournament, will be in the finals. So good going by Argentina.
Nitin says Messi be like, let me only do it.
Yeah, actually, he just took the mantle upon himself कि भाई यार ये लोग से ज्यादा नहीं हो रहा है मैं भी एक मार ही लेता हूँ Alvarez had to yeah he can
Yeah.
score a
Why not?
yes,
Another one he
I know
scores and it's an hat-trick. But Barca broke, so no fun.
yeah also I'm gonna get Alvarez
No, no, but I think Messi next year's Messi's contract is going to run down. I think 2006 is goated. Zidane coming back and headbutt. Okay, yeah. That I think why France should have won that World Cup. Not if not for Italy doing those kind of things. Prashant team is stuck. Prashant's team is stuck. I think he should be back. He'll refresh and come back.
yeah okay
Don Prashant. Yes, he's back. Yes, yes. Don Prashant is back.
I'm so sorry uh yeah it's just that I was just checking some of the messages and reactions that I had received to our stream. So just checking on who is able to attend here. I just saw Croatia take a free kick, which didn't go anywhere. A lot of my friends, a lot of them are all saying, "Oh yeah, this is rigged. This is just rigged for Argentina." Uh, I don't know. Did you see any evidence of that so far, Divya?
No, I don't think so. No. I want to believe it, but I don't think there's any evidence that says it's rigged for Argentina.
Hmm. Yeah.
No.
So I think one thing would be the penalty, but even like apart from the penalty. Apart, like in my opinion, from what I have seen, I think Argentina have very much been the better squad, better team.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I've got to say this tonight. This is something we're live. We're talking to people. It's been recorded. I'll make confession here. I'm lucky to be living in an era where I'm able to watch this great legend Lionel Messi play and score goals and do things, for his club and country. The third goal is something brilliant, to do that at this age, at 35, to to go past one of the youngest and quickest defenders in the world is something brilliant, fantastic. And I'm lucky to be living in an era watching the great Lionel Messi play and score goals. So, you know, all of us, I think Prashant, you will agree with me on that, right?
Absolutely. So, uh, be it like in cricket, we have been fortunate enough to see guys like
Hmm.
Sachin, Dhoni, and now Virat. Similarly, in football, it has been Messi, Ronaldo, and Lionel Messi. Although we, being Man United fans, we all love Ronaldo. Whenever I too have seen Messi. Messi has a certain magic about it. So I would never, I personally, I have never tried to compare the two because they are both, although they are both footballers, they are good at slightly different things. So that's why I never really like comparing the two. But Messi, like when you watch him do the things that he does, it is just very absurd. It's almost magical the way he controls the ball. It's just so natural. And there was a season somewhere, like at some random place. I don't know where I read it, but it was like Messi, Ronaldo are like Goku and Vegeta. So Messi is like old. Yeah. Do you see Dragon Ball Z? Have you seen Dragon Ball Z by any chance?
Yeah, a little bit, not much. Yeah, I have, but not that much.
So
Yeah. Hmm.
yeah.
But
So
I
the
know
analogy.
Goku Vijay.
Yeah. So Goku is basically someone. He is not. He is from. He's the son of a soldier from his clan, but he is from. He's one of the uh, lower soldiers, but he naturally has the power and the talent to go on and become a fighter. Whereas Vegeta, because he is a Vegeta is a prince and he considers himself to be, you know, because he is a prince, he believes he has the onus to be the strongest. So he always works harder and harder and harder to become the best. So that's how like Vegeta is. But Messi, on the other hand, the thing he does, it's just so natural. So that is that is the difference between the two. So yeah, I see. Nitin has invited me to have run chili rice. I would like to tell him I would only eat run chili rice from Persian Darbar and not Persia Darbar. Okay, I will put that on, but I would be open to trying it once. But the one at Persian Darbar is better. That's what I
Yeah,
know.
it's better.
And
But you can't eat it alone. You got to have 4 or 5 people with you.
you literally have to have a group, right? So the Persian one is like the one that I have had. It's Szechuan chili biryani, Szechuan chili kepsa biryani. That is famous. So yeah, that's the one I've had. I don't know how the one from Persia Darbar is, but the Persian one is really good. And okay, yeah. So MJ says Messi 35 at wing better than Dembele. Oh, fine. Uh, Sahi bole. Maybe you are right. I don't know. So
Prashant, now that we know, Argentina are winning, and you've seen the entire World Cup, uh, out of what you've watched and what you've seen, all the countries playing, you know, can you see, can you let us know your thoughts and your opinion? Top 5 young players to emerge out of this tournament, who will be hot shots in the next transfer window. Who do you think? And of course,
well,
MJ and Nitin can also answer that question. But yeah, Prashant, you're the expert, so I'm asking you first.
okay, sure. So Well, two of the talents have already been snapped up by the big club, right? Alvarez is already at City. I think he has
Hmm.
come off it in the tournament. Enzo
Hmm.
Fernandez is at Benfica, but yeah, he will be snapped up by one of the bigger clubs, maybe, I don't know, maybe Madrid, maybe PSG. Bukayo Saka, yes, Nathan, but the Bukayo Saka is already at Arsenal, so I don't foresee him joining another big club and leaving Arsenal. Although his career prospects may lie better, maybe better somewhere else at this stage, I think. But I don't know where he will move to. Right? Because I don't see him leaving Arsenal. Do you?
I don't think at least for another 2 years he'll stay there and then maybe go to Barca or Bayern. Maybe if Arsenal don't make any progress. So right now it looks like he will stay for yeah, Arsenal at least for another 2 or 3 years, and then maybe if Arsenal's trajectory is upwards, maybe he'll end up staying forever. So you never know. And Musiala, my favorite, fantastic talent, and I think we already
Mm,
knew about all these three players: Musiala, Bellingham, Pedri. What I'm trying to ask is we knew very few, a player that we knew very less about before the World Cup, and now we know a lot about them. So Musiala, Bellingham, and Pedri, they were fantastic. I think Bellingham
yeah.
and Musiala are brilliant. Pedri is not good, but all the three players are different in their own way. But yes, my Enzo Fernandez, I thought one of the players was not so recognized, and now we know a lot about him. Same way
I,
about Josko Guardiola. Yeah. Go on,
yeah.
Prashant.
I think Enzo Fernandez will have a similar, he seems to be having a very
Hmm.
trajectory to, what Angel Di Maria has. So going by that
Hmm.
trajectory, he will be Real Madrid. Uh, you know, but he will be a good fit for them as well. But yeah, so Enzo Fernandez is one of the main one, and then as MC also mentioned that uh, Jude Bellingham. I think Jude Bellingham, although we knew about it, I was there
Hmm.
were still who were doubtful because performing just in the German Bundesliga isn't always just everything, right? So
Hmm.
here, now that he has performed at an international level, wearing the England jersey, uh, it
Hmm.
proves something. It's a huge thing. Like I remember Theo Walcott. Remember him? He was signed by Arsenal,
Yeah.
and somehow he was called up for the national team as well. He didn't do that well in that tournament, but
Hmm.
Bellingham is who has lived up to the hype. So although he was already known by a lot of people, but uh, he furthered that hype that he already had. So
Hmm.
so
Hmm.
okay, MJ Singh, rumor has it Mascherano has already started performing black magic on Mbappe. Why will Mascherano perform black magic on Mbappe though? Is that
Hmm.
cool that because Pogba is allegedly already doing it, but why Master in the
So
context is
yeah,
yeah,
another another player, young player, who has shown, been fantastic in this World Cup is Morocco's Sofiane Amrabat. Brilliant, he's been rated a lot, plays for Fiorentina, and now will be targeted by a lot of clubs. There's a midfielder who played for United States, Yunus Musa. I think he was brilliant, and he
mm,
will be another player who will be targeted by a lot of clubs in Premier League and Spain and Italy. So I thought these players were one of them. Are
the
a few players who impressed a lot in this World Cup. Yeah, go on, Prashant.
okay. So there is actually one more. Okay, Argentina has just missed another chance as we speak. But yeah, the States had sorry, the United States had another uh, player who was
Hmm.
very, noticeable, Timothy Weah. He is the
Yeah,
son of
Timothy Weah. Correct, correct. I know.
Weah.
I know.
He scored one of the goals as well for the United States. So he's also, he's
Hmm.
also an exciting prospect. Uh, and yeah, sorry, what's I'm saying? Argentina looked like complete like
A
different grade.
different gravy.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, uh, and yeah, I think that we are pretty much done and dusted with this match. I don't think we can see Croatia
Yeah.
coming back. I am actually
Mhm.
I'm really curious with regards to why all my WhatsApp messages are currently filled with the request that uh, with the allegation that the match is rigged.
Rigged. Rigged World
I
Cup.
have not, yeah, I don't, I have not seen too much of an evidence with regards to that. Maybe because we've also been talking simultaneously, but uh, yeah, maybe we'll just know about it after the match is over.
So
So
right now, this match, I don't think anything was, incorrect. Maybe the Netherlands game, there were a couple of decisions which could have gone either way. So you can't call it rigged, but yeah, I mean, people have their opinions. I, you can't
yeah,
argue with that. You just have to
but
deal with it and move on.
yeah. Well, I mean, there was one video. It was from a channel called HI227. Who I think it was only uploaded like 3 days ago. That he rated all of the World Cups on the scale of their dodginess. So, uh, I so the earlier World Cup, the one in 1930s, 34, even the 78 World Cup which Argentina won, all of them, there has always been something or the other that has been dodgy. Like you can't call it like trick or rigged, but there is something done just to give a bit of an advantage to one team. But they're
Mhm.
just external, either a referee mistake or you know maybe the team is not able to sleep in their hotel, things like that. So yeah, that has always been the case. There has always been something dodgy, and as we move ahead in the age of the internet, more and more these things will come out more and more. All of these dark
Mhm.
secrets. So uh, okay, another substitution happening here.
Another player who, I was just reading the couple of articles here, and I think I missed out saying because Ghana never went into the knockout stages, but in the group stages, they had a player Ajax who plays for Ajax, Mohamed Kudus, and he was brilliant in that midfield and his ball carrying the way he carries the ball, a typical box-to-box midfielder. So yes, one of the promising stars of this World Cup, and I'm sure come the summer transfer window, a lot of clubs will look to buy him. But yes, yes, I think Korea is going to come on
Korean
for
fight.
Julian Foyth. Yeah, now
By the
just
way,
formalities. Yeah,
Suarez has already been taken off. So uh,
no hat trick.
what is the about the hat trick? Yeah, that's off of the table. Dybala has come on
Yeah.
someone.
Oh,
Modric is also off.
we've got under 4 minutes left plus added time. By the way, did you read what Jamie Carragher tweeted today? Did you
No,
manage to read? Yeah.
no.
So
I,
what?
I saw it in my section, but I didn't really open that particular
Mm.
video. Like I do know that
But
he has put.
it's no video. It's a tweet which I saw. I'm not sure whether there was a video as well, but I read a tweet of Jamie Carragher. It says England manager should be English.
Right, right. But yeah, they are also the same people who will, in 1 or 2 days, he will go on Sky and he will be discussing with Gary Neville as to whether Thomas Tuchel or Pochettino are better. So yeah, I understand the sentiment. Yeah, in this case because there are a lot of good English managers out there as well. Like obviously Graham Potter, Ian Howe, Brendan Rodgers. They are the names which are being apparently
Rogers
discussed.
is Scottish, I think.
British managers.
No,
Uh,
but no. They want an England manager, an English, not a British, an English manager.
that's not so easily.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah,
So
I think
yeah, I mean,
Howe and
hmm,
Graham
go
Potter
on.
named one.
Graham Potter's already कल है ना watch along. Absolutely भाई. कल watch along
हाँ
definitely है.
कल है कल के मैच के लिए होगा तो आपका स्केड्यूल बनाए रखना टेंशन हम कल भी मिलेंगे आपको
Yeah, but Prashant, tell me, I don't you know, there's only one English manager that comes the back of my mind, Sean Dyche.
हाँ ये that's a big that is 2.0 right
Sean Dyche. So, I mean, if if you go by Jamie Carragher's logic, they should hire than Steven Gerrard. I think that's the only English manager available who is managed a top level club.
yeah well I think that's probably why he is saying it yeah it's possible because you know we
Hmm.
now United fans we saw how how our ex players were backing Oli so we can it's not far-fetched for us to think that yeah, he's basically indirectly setting it up for Steven Gerrard because he is anyway jobless right now, Steven Gerrard, right? So, yeah, not a surprise. But apparently, Southgate is staying. Gareth Southgate is expected to stay,
Oh,
according to.
okay.
Yeah,
Hmm. I think and they'll convince him to stay if he doesn't want to stay as well because I don't think they have a replacement. I myself don't like Southgate. I think he's too, you know, his style is a little bit. It's, I mean, if you look at the modern game, his style is not a modern game. It was very
yeah,
upsetting, to see. He kept Rashford off till the 81st minute. He's the top scorer, one of the most influential players, and getting in players like Mason Mount and Sterling. And I thought that was very naive and stupid of him to do. But yeah, I think England don't have a choice. They got to stick with him if they have to, if they only want to keep an English manager. And then there's
yeah,
another news I read. Fernando Santos will no longer be a Portugal manager, and the favorite guy to replace him, is Jose Mourinho. So, and they are willing to ask, to offer him a role where he can manage both Roma as well as Portugal team, national team.
yeah. That's what I've heard because Jose himself has been linked with the Portuguese job for a long time, firstly, and
Hmm.
it is team to, there was actually a time when he was during his Real Madrid days that Portugal had sacked I believe they had sacked Luis Felipe Scolari. They had not
Hmm.
hired a manager and they just needed someone like an interim manager just for one game. And Jose Mourinho was being considered for it, but Madrid did not let him go. Perez did not let him go. So by that logic, he has always wanted a national team. Yeah, I mean that is something Jose would love, and Portuguese team will be perfect for him because a lot of players would have already known his style and everything. Portuguese the way the Portuguese league is, they are by default more defensive. So like in their league, like not that all the players that who are there are defensive, they have some great players and they play a lot of
Hmm.
attack like wow Cancelo and so on and so forth. But the thing is that he does seem a perfect match for Portugal at this point. It's not
Hmm.
perfect that it's there is another rumor that people are also circulating, although it is still just a rumor, and this rumor has been around for some time, for some years, that Pep will eventually, take over the Brazilian national team. But I
Pep
do believe that,
Guardiola.
yeah,
I think it was. The person who's linked, the manager who's linked to Brazil national team is Carlo Ancelotti. You know, very strongly
Yeah,
linked to the Brazilian national team, Carlo Ancelotti.
yeah,
Not sure whether Perez will let him go, but yes, Ancelotti.
yeah.
And yeah, you see Argentina bench, Argentina fans, everyone is excited, just waiting for the moment, the match to complete. They'll be officially in the finals. Second time
Hmm.
in last three World Cups.
Yep. So yeah, MC says English managers only one. I don't know. They can hire anyone. They might
Neil
even hire
Warnock,
Paradise again.
yeah, the manager with the best English manager with the 100% record.
Yeah. I felt quite bad for him. Like he is actually a good manager. He should have
Hmm,
been given more. I think it's whoever did this thing operation on him may have already known. That yeah, okay,
hmm,
he's done with the game, right? Let's just insult him. And unfortunately for him, he will have to spend his entire life with that thing still stinging him
yeah.
till his till death. So not not a very good thing that happened to him. I do feel bad, but you know the situation उसका ऐसा था कि भाई रख दिया. So Michael Carrick is a good name, yeah. Why not Michael Carrick? He
But
is an
Michael
English.
Carrick needs some experience. I think right now he needs club experience. He needs to. So I think Middlesbrough का manager, right? Michael Carrick, no?
I believe so. Yeah, yeah. That's what he
Yeah,
is.
as a
Yes.
Middlesbrough. I think he's a good. He will learn and improve, but नेशनल टीम के लिए बहुत टाइम है अभी. वैसे तो
हाँ,
मैं वेन रूनी बोल सकता हूँ.
वो
But yeah, Michael Carrick has got to learn a lot. Maybe in next 10 years. But right now, I think he needs to focus on the club job.
about Ancelotti, uh, Divya, the one which you are talking about. Uh,
Sorry,
yeah, just a second. So, uh, I'm saying the point about Ancelotti.
mhm.
Okay, the time here, the finalization
Argentina has won officially.
have
First
gone
team
through.
to get
Okay,
into the finals.
each other. Ex Real Madrid teammates. They were just sharing some love there. So yeah, about Ancelotti, one last thing before we end this. He is being linked with the yes, and people are saying because of his age, he might consider taking it up simply because of the fact that with his age, I think it's the right time for him to take up a national
Right.
team.
Yeah.
You do it,
Yeah.
we don't. So yeah, okay. Nitin says thanks for sharing the link, Patrick. You guys continue spreading love and knowledge of football. Yeah, thanks, Cindy. I mean, thanks, Nitin.
Thank you, Nathan. Thank you. Thank you so much. MJ says we are through. Yeah, Messi. Yes,
Yeah,
Argentina into the finals of the World Cup for second time in the last, know, out of the last three World Cups. So congratulations to Argentina, the national team, and their fans, and whoever was supporting Argentina, who supported them from the beginning. We'll get to see them play on Sunday, and let's see, who they face. Is Morocco or France? We'll get to know that tomorrow. We need to have a quick masturbation session to absorb the moment.
good one.
Good
Well,
one,
you
good
can
one.
have a slow one. It's 2:30 a.m. You have all the privacy you want. I don't think the world is sleeping. You can just go and take it slow. You'll have more of a better time. Yes, but Messi's performance was really worth masturbating
Yeah,
just to explore
yeah.
in system. Very, very masturbatable. Yeah.
So I think come to the end of the game, and that should be the end of the stream as well, Prashant. Anything you want to add up before we wind up the show?
No, I think we will just look forward to seeing all of our viewers. For example, today's viewers, uh, Nitin and MJ, and hopefully more of them tomorrow.
Yes, absolutely. Tomorrow is going to be a big game between Morocco and France, and whoever wins that game will face Argentina in the final. Another big game, huge moment for Morocco as a country, for the first time getting to the semi-finals. And the way they performed, you can't count them out. You expect them to go hard on France tomorrow. So let's see if France can absorb that heat and keep the calm and score goals like they did against England. But yes, we guys will join you tomorrow, and make sure to subscribe to our channel. Bottom right hand corner, smash a like on the video, and we'll see you tomorrow for the Morocco France game, same time. Good night, guys. Wherever you are, it's night here, 3 a.m. almost 2:30 a.m. and we'll be off to sleep. So good night. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye, Prashant. Thank you for joining, and bye, MC
Bye.
as well. Bye, guys.